I was blown away by the writing, and I think that really taught me to pay attention to good writing in television and what makes a difference. And I still remember when I had the idea of Kathy Baker and called her agent to have her come in. Her agent at the time was not very nice to me, and I was terrified of her and said, "Why in the world would she do television? She's a movie star." And I said, "Because the material is fantastic, and David Kelly's a great writer. He's going to be something." No. And I said, "Can you at least have her read it and then see if she would want to meet? Just read it. You can pass. Just have her read it." She read it and said she wanted to meet. And a couple Emmys later, I think they realized. And, I think that was the beginning of things changing for feature actors doing television. Because also Tom Skerritt did it.
Don Cheadle came in season 2. What do you remember about adding him to the cast?
All of these actors came in and read. So I do remember Don Cheadle. And I don't know, I think we knew him a little bit because he's a Cal Arts graduate. And I believe at that time Debbie Manwiller might have just started with it and she went to Cal Arts. So it was just the process. You brought in good actors and they read and then they got the role. And we had a great waiting room because there were 3 of us. So we were in a trailer in the parking lot of Fox, which doesn't exist anymore. And so sometimes we were doing 2 different shows at the time. And I remember when Billy Bob Thornton came in for something and he didn't leave. And I kept going out and go, "What are you doing? Go home." And he goes, "This is really fun. There's so many good actors coming in and out." And it would happen later again. I remember in just our last office with Sherry and I, actors would come in because we'd be doing 2 different shows. We have 2 different audition rooms, and it was so much fun to look in the waiting room and see people in period costume or just regular clothes. And some of the actors just stayed because it was so nice to be with other people. That's been important to me my whole career, is to make sure you create an atmosphere, because I look at it as my home and an actor's coming into my home, and if I want them to do good work, it's my responsibility to make them really feel comfortable. And so many times an actor will come in and not even think they're right for the role or they don't have it, and your encouragement makes them blossom right there in the room. You see it happen. "No, you can do this." And I think that's one of the great parts of the job.